Now I'm going to make it in the English version. So, you know that I've got this Staphylococcus aureus infection since 7 years. When you look at the playlist number 1, then you saw, how horrible my arms looked like. And I've been to 11 or 12 already dermatologists, skin doctors, and they were all bullshitting me. So I've got a new medication that I found. Yes, well, actually, I was looking again how to spell Staphylococcus aureus. So I put it down, and then putting, on the Google it, bacterial infection, Staphylococcus aureus. Then comes Wikipedia. Okay, good. Then you can read about it, and then there's something where you can click onto, if you can, if you can see it, for physicians only. At first I didn't want to do this, good. Then another time I thought, why not, go for it, And they were explaining things. And they were explaining that there are indeed medication out there that can kill the bacterial infection Staphylococcus aureus. And nobody told me that. Cool, isn't it? So all of the medication there is their IV units, infusions, gas, IV units. Only a few of them are medications, so like hard capsules. There are 2 hard capsules where my doctor didn't want to prescribe me. He just wanted to prescribe me one of them, which is bullshit, because those 2 you're supposed to take together, So when you've had some kind of psychological problems in the past, maybe many years ago, like I did, then you're screwed, So the doctor knows you've got depressions, this and that, so they can do with you what they want to. This is not fair. Eventually, I found this called Vancomycin enterocaps, hard capsule. That's in German. It's called this one here. So I've bought this one, or got this one from my now doctor on the 4th, 2020, and I started it. And after 3 or 4 days, I felt it was feeling better, like as if the Staphylococcus may have been killed. But I'm careful, because in the past I've been trying these other medications, antibiotics, and after they figured out my Staphylococcus infection, aureus, in that city where I went to, where they examined my blood and everything microbiologically. So, because dermatologists weren't capable of doing that, since I've been having this since 7 years now, right? So, in their Bericht, they wrote that these antibiotics can kill this Staphylococcus aureus because it's sensitive. I've had a few of them, antibiotics, they didn't help. Then I've got this one antibiotic which I was supposed to take twice a day at 300 milligrams, a tablet, like a capsule, like a pill, There's one of them at 300 milligrams. Twice a day is 600 milligrams. I've got this from the son, from my home physician, and when his father, doctor, found out about it, he was upset. He didn't want me to take that, and you wonder why. Because it's possible that this may actually help me kill the Staphylococcus aureus infection, and then what? I'm healed. So that's what I'm suspecting, After 4 days, I had to put it aside because I had some stomach problems. Okay, but it says in the inside of it, when you have these kind of symptoms, then stop it, taking it, and then when you feel better, you may continue on. I did continue on, and and eventually, when that box was taken, also when I ate all of it, I thought that the Staphylococcus aureus was killed. About 3-4 days later, it came back. It came back, and first it started below here, you know, like a big large thing. And then, yeah, that was it. That one, it just happened now about 3 days, 2 or 3 days, after I've been starting this year with vancomycin at 125 milligrams, a hard capsule, which is, you know, it looks like a, show it to you here. Normally it's a soft capsule, looks like this, but this has some something, the ingredients is something like soybean chloride, something like that. And I was shocked to read, because in Wikipedia, after I clicked onto it, these vancomycin, it's called, is like you see here, a capsule, but also it is an infusion, yeah, infusion IV unit. There are some 7 or 12 other ones that may help, you know. So be aware of the red man, you know. Yeah, red man syndrome, when you're getting the IV unit too quickly. So it should go like 2 hours, you know, take time, you know, to make sure of it. If you don't know what that is, look it up on YouTube. And so, okay, here, one more time, vancomycin enter caps, 125 milligrams, hard capsule, here. When I clicked onto this, wanted to know more about vancomycin, I put it on. And there were some other sites, you know, explaining for patients and also for doctors again. I was shocked to read following, that for adults and children from 12 years and upwards, they're getting 500 milligrams to 2,000 milligrams, you know. And when you're 12-year-old, beneath 12-year-old, you know, like lower, then they get like 40 milligrams per kilogram of their weight. So why is this home physician of mine, which is the son now, prescribing me only 125 milligrams? That's why, you know, a few days ago I felt that there was something coming up, you know, and today I've knarched it open. They're screwing me everywhere, those doctors, you know. And now the coronavirus is there, you know. The politics say, oh, they need a bonus, you know, for their work. Well, maybe those guys in the hospital that are really working hard, yes, they are. But those doctors who have only praxis, who are just prescribing things, I'm wondering, you know. Because people who have a mental illness, or, you know, once in a while I get depressed, you know, I get anxious, whatever, because when somebody tells you, like a dermatologist, you know, you've got delusional, you know, you know, a stupid idiot psychiatrist talked to me like that one time, you know. He said it only in German. Delusional is Dermatosenwahn, you know. So he said it to me in front of this chick, a psychiatrist, you know. He wanted to show what kind of big coronas he's got, you know. Like he said to me, this bastard psychiatrist fucker, you know. What did he say? That's what I have is delusional. He couldn't say it like delusional, like Dermatosenwahn, you know, that. He said it to me like he wanted to show off how cool he is, this bastard. He said, Dermatosenwahn. That's very in some kind of time warp, you know, and hearing things like that, you know. Such a motherfucking bastard, piece of shit. You know, that's what it is. That's all what he is. And they're all like that. And those dermatologists, they're not any better, you know. It's starting to itch here on the side. So this dosage, you're supposed to take this dosage, it says in here, 4 times a day. 4 times a day at 6 hours, every 6 hours. So I have to, you know, my clock has to wake me up at 6 o'clock. I mean, every 6 hours.